most artists, the song is just not the one. It's not because that person didn't post it. It's not because the label didn't spend money on it. That's not why this song didn't blow up. It's because the song isn't the one. I think sometimes inspiration is overrated. I think just like showing up and doing it can sometimes be what curates the inspiration. Like you can be inspired by you showing up. You know, I used to kind of take it as a test from like the universe when I was younger. And the studio wasn't at my house, it was at Boogis's house. And days where I felt so uninspired, I would always be like, this is the test. Are you still going to go? And so I would make it a point to go to the studio when I was uninspired. And so many times I would write big songs when I showed up uninspired. Because it's almost like the showing up gave me that motivation. You kind of get like dopamine from showing up when you didn't want to show up. So I think just relying on inspiration is, you're not going to make that much stuff.
If you were to start from zero with everything you know now, how would you do it?
I would make a bunch of songs first. I think people don't have patience. In order to be consistent, you have to be patient first. So I would be patient, stock up a bunch of songs. I would say I would stock up 24 songs that I know are fucking great. I would do what I can to just have video shot. Obviously, if there's no budget, get that iPhone out and go crazy. And I would do 2 songs a month with like posting 200 fucking TikToks to each song straight up. And I would just keep doing that over and over. 2 songs a month. 1 song a month minimum has to be your pace, or I don't think you want it that bad. Simple. Some people don't want it that bad. That's the reality. I want a 6-pack, but not that bad. You know what I mean? Like not bad enough to like really dial it in.
Your lyrics are really vulnerable, but they also have like this self-assurance. Which one are you?
Both. I think that's the, sometimes I wrestle with that of like feeling sure about myself in the future, but then also having doubts, you know, and insecurities and all that. It's all wrapped up in one beautifully miserable, robust human experience. I think I've gotten really far off of just delusion. I think that's my best attribute, though, is just thinking I can do things. And it's almost like it's not even a arrogance. It's just, I think no matter how many doubts I've had throughout my life or whatever, I still always think I can do something, like whatever it is. And I think moving off of that charge of just feeling like I think I can do it. Why can't I do that? Why can't I write a book? Why can't I act? Why can't I, that's like enough to get you going. And then, like you're saying, once you start going and start doing it, you realize you can do it. Like you're doing it, Writing a book seemed like a lofty, absurd goal, but it's like, why not? It's just a bunch of tweets compiled into a book, like in a more like digestible, you know what I mean? Like that's how I was looking at it. Like just ramble, but type it out. Yeah.
What advice would you give young songwriters?
Oh man, stop giving your songs away. Songwriters get stuck in this like loop where I feel like they have been told or they've believed or accepted that you can't be the artist. You're just the writer, whether it's because your appearance or whatever the fuck it is. It's like, y'all are the geniuses. Y'all are like the source is what I call them. Y'all are the source. Put your shit out. Like one of my favorite songwriters, Bibi Borelli, who I worked with on Santiago. Great. Every time I talk to her, I'm like, please put your shit out. Yeah. When I first met her, I was like, stop giving your songs away, just because I get it. Like there's an art to that too. Like you writing something and somebody else singing it, whatever. I get it. But I'm like, nah, like, cause when she'll play me like her demos and I'm like, this is so much better than what came out. And oftentimes it's the emotion behind it. It's like, I can tell you wrote this based off how you're singing it. And I can tell that person did not write this. They sound like they're reading off a script, And it's like, especially in today's day and age where there's not the gatekeepers of the past who are like, I think it was The Dream. They told like, no, you're not, like, you don't look good enough to be a songwriter or some shit like that. That's out. That doesn't apply anymore. Like this is the internet. Like, put your shit out.
The Dream solo albums were so good.
So good.
Why do you think most artists are unaware of their business? And why are you so aware of your business?
That is a good question. I think most artists are unaware of what's going on due to lack of asking questions. Maybe they're intimidated to like know about it, or it's just a lot of times too, when you don't know about something, it just feels like foreign and intimidating and overwhelming. And I remember like when I was still not like mixing, you know, our shit. So like I started out just producing for my boy and we would send it off to get mixed because mixing felt like this crazy world that I didn't know about. And then we were getting mixes back and we didn't like them. And I was like, let me just figure out what this is. And so then I started mixing everything. And so same thing, I think with like the business side, I think I would speculate and say most artists are probably just overwhelmed. But for me, why I'm so like aware and want to be aware is because it's my shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's my shit. It's my business. I'm not going to let somebody else just tell me like, yeah, no. This is just how it goes. I ask questions. I call my lawyer all the time. I call my business manager all the time. Like, I don't know everything. I just ask a lot of questions. If I don't know what's going on with my business, I'm just free falling in limbo. Just putting music out and songs out and not knowing what's what. Like, that's scary to me. It feels very unsafe. Feels like I'm not in control. It feels like I'm just trusting that people I met via the business are just going to have my best interest. And, you know, I like to, I think it comes from a lack of trust. I don't trust anyone more than I trust myself. I wish I could go back to like when I didn't know as much as I know now.
Why?
Because that was the like purest form of creation is when you don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like,
were you better then?
Not better than, I was more free mentally, you know, like 2017 or 2015 when I'm making all those SoundCloud songs. I'm not even, the audience was not a factor because there was no audience. You know what I mean? But I do think the audience is king in the sense of picking hits, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think artists, like, you're wasting your time caring or thinking about, is this going to be a hit? Because the people pick the hits. Like, you could think it's this one and just put the music out and the people will tell you it's this one. You know, so I do think the audience is king in that regard, but I don't know, man. I
That's
think
so antithetical to how most record labels have traditionally worked, where they pick the first 5 singles before the albums come out.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it isn't that.
Yeah, you don't have to play the guessing game anymore, though. Just the relationship, the artist-fan relationship, I feel like has just been democratized, you know? And it's like, bro, put the music. This is kind of why I did my approach of a song a week and why I still just throw so much shit at the wall. Because for me, it's a couple things. One, I love making music. 2, I love sharing it. And I love sharing it consistently. And 3, I'm not going to waste brain power and bandwidth and energy and get attached to like this song needing to be the hit. I'm just going to put all this shit out. And y'all will tell me based off of the streams, which one is the one. And then I'll go do a video to that and I'll take that to radio and I'll do campaigns and da-da-da-da, or I won't. But that's, you know, like 315 was just week 3 of week 21 when I did 21 weeks in a row in 2021. That was just week 3. I dropped 18 more after that.
Do you ever feel disappointed when you're pretty sure that you know what the single is?
Yeah, all the time. Oh my God.
What's a single that the audience didn't pick?
Oh man, Bankrupt. I think it's a beautiful song. I think the concept is incredible. I think the melody is incredible. I think the video is a super special video where it just looks exactly how the song sounds. So everything about it was perfect and shit did nothing. Like, goddamn. Well, there goes 200 grand.
Why do you think
live to fight another day? I don't know. Just not the one, you know? That's also like, because I put out so much music, I do have a pretty good relationship with the songs from an emotional level. Like, it's all good. It's just not the one. And some artists, like most artists, the song is just not the one. It's not because that person didn't post it. It's not because the label didn't spend money on it. That's not why this song didn't blow up. It's because the song isn't the one.